perfect day for the woods.
Perfect day for the woods. Nice and dry. Okay, this is woodlouse. So you can't just pop it in your mouth. Don't one?
What did it taste like?
Woodlouse. It's what they would call a half lean-to shelter, although he's put sides onto it, and he's also corralled the front of it. This is like a wild tarpaulin, if you will. Takes a wee bit longer to build, but it's within the keeping of the environment that we're actually in, because all the stuff that the guys use to build this shelter comes from here.
This is a long-term shelter that is heated by a fire. Okay, all this thatching is regularly replaced. If you don't replace it, it shrivels up and the water gets through. So maybe an hour's work once every 5 days or so will keep the thatch waterproof. And of course you don't actually have to remove the old stuff. The more stuff on here, the more insulative and the more weatherproof it actually becomes. So it's a great shelter. Bit of work at the start, but once it's done, you can just lie in there and relax. Well, one of the joys about the forest, especially in Ireland, is these tiny biting insects called midges, which seem to be attracted to alpha males like us.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my charred cloth and I'm going to hold it to the edge of the flint itself. I need to hold it nice and close, because what's going to happen is the sparks that I produce are going to jump up and land onto it. Now let's see if we can get this to go with one good strike. There we go. Okay. So that's it starting to glow. Now, unlike a match, if I hold this into the air, it keeps burning and burning and burning. In fact, the more oxygen it gets, the hotter it's going to get. But eventually I'm going to start burning my finger. So what I'm going to do is I have got myself a small tinder bundle. And I'm going to put it into the tinder bundle. And I'm going to blow it up into flame. And then I'm going to start adding my smaller sticks to it. It's looking at the technology you used to have, and I don't really need any modern tools, but it's the knowledge itself rather than the actual items itself. You don't need to carry anything with you. You just find the stuff about. But I think it's using your head.
Once you know a little bit about fire and how it works, it actually becomes easy to make a really good smokeless fire like that. Of course it's smokeless because the stuff that we're putting onto it is not wet. Smoke is just unconsumed fuel that's escaping. This whole thing's a chemical reaction. So it's, bushcraft is actually all about physics and chemistry and a bit of biology as well. Well, according to one guy we had out, his favourite thing was to be surrounded by men in the woods and then to have a good time. However, I don't want to know what he was talking about.